Hey everybody, we're here live. This is a very special episode of MTN Live. And I cannot wait to watch. This is actually, we're going about a few minutes away from, we're going to start the Mickey's 90th Spectacular. And I'm going to give you a little reaction before we watch in this video. All throughout this video, we're going to be discussing my thoughts and reactions about Mickey's career, Mickey Mouse, and of course, I'm going to be explaining what we'll be talking about today is about Bugs Bunny or whatever compared to what we'll give you a little discussion about that. So let's get this started. I'm going to be finished watching America's Funniest Home Videos, and I know I could not wait to watch later today. I am looking forward. I cannot wait to watch this. It gives you a little backstory behind. We'll give you some special and give you my thoughts, my reactions to stuff is going to be, yeah, we're going to start rolling, folks. It'll be any day now. And I just want to say this. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So we're going to watch. All right. I just want to watch some video right now. It's going to be starting to roll. It's almost over. And now, step back, folks. It's time to watch this one. I cannot wait to watch. This is going to be something a little different today. Those you, if you're a Mickey Mouse fan, good. And if you're not a fan, then I expect your opinion. But I would like to say this: if you're a Bugs Bunny fan, then good. And if you're not, if you which one you like, Mickey or Bugs, well, I expect your opinions. Let's start it off, and we're going to start off watching this show. So let's going to do it right now. Okay? Let's start this rolling. Here it is. Okay. Oh yes, we started off, well, we went off to a great start. Yeah, you've seen it. This is the 2010 Disney logo, which is the revision of the 2006 logo. I mean, if you're familiar with the opening music, this is a weird variant. Oh my gosh, is this? Wait, that must be a variant. Of course. Oh yes. Yes, a lot of stars talking about Mickey. Oh, that was very interesting. A lot of top stars from old, new, whatever you call it. They're not the good stuff or the old stuff. Lionel Richie was in there from the Commodores. Did 3 times a lady. Yes, he was also part of the culture, but I would blame Mickey for that, but Bugs Bunny is one of my favorite characters of all time. Yes, I have the VHS tape. Oh yeah, wait, whistling along while you're doing... in a falsetto voice like Smokey Robinson? It sounds like the old... Oh yeah, he's trying to make impressions. He's saying, "Oh boy." Remember that song, Buddy Holly? Oh boy. Oh yes, that's a reference from the Mickey Mouse Club. I know. Well, he's a legend. Bugs Bunny's a legend. And now he's going to a concert. And now, ladies and gentlemen, direct from LA. Oh, he's bouncing around like crazy on stage. Well, it makes you feel going on stage. Wow, this is definitely a great one to watch. By the way, I'm not going to show the video right now on my TV because I don't want YouTube to get copyrighted. Oh yeah, I know. He's dancing like a doing a little what are they called? Gundam style? Gundam style. Oh, I cannot go all wrong on this thing. Oh yeah, he's like the Soul Train dancers. Man. Yes, red and white. Red and white, red and white, red and white, blinking lights. Oh, this is just dancing around with this thing. Oh, I have seen a lot of these. Oh my gosh, it's Mickey. I'm gonna offend Mickey. You know what? Bugs Bunny is my favorite character than Mickey Mouse. You know, let me talk about Bugs Bunny. I mean, Bugs is my favorite character of all time. I like it better than Mickey. You know, I'm talking about. Let's drop a little bit here for a second. There was songs about Mickey. It's called. Remember Mickey by Tony Basil? Oh yeah, that was an '80s hit. There was also. I don't know, Mickey. I have the 45 somewhere. It was by Tony Basil. Yeah. How about the? I could not go wrong with this. If you listen to a Tony Basil song, I will go back and listen to Tony Basil's Mickey. Yeah, big '80s hit. Yeah, oh, remember? Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Oh yes. Yeah. That's an old '80s hit. Wow. He's laughing up. Well, he said so many trademarks with the laugh and the old boys, that's swell or something like that. These were so many liners, one of Mickey's catchphrases. Bugs Bunny has less catchphrase like "What's up, Doc? What's cooking, Doc? Ain't I a stinker?" I don't know who hosts the show. This is like the Academy Awards. I know, you had to watch the Academy Awards or something? Oh yeah, spending continents and spanning on generations. 9 generations ago. Yeah, I guess to tell you. Thanks Disney for actually making this special look great. This special looks actually very good. Oh yeah, he talks about. Oh yeah, I have to say this. This is like. Oh listen, I'm watching the Mickey's 90th special. This is my first reaction to the special. This is what I'm going to watch. If you followed my stream during my pregame show, yeah, he talks about a fan of Mickey Mouse. Oh yeah, he's created Walt Disney creating Mickey Mouse. But of course, that was the first character ever before Bugs Bunny. Oh yes. Prior to that was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. I have one. I think it was actually the post-Walt era. I mean, one of them is a silent era version from Castle Films. Oh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was 26 at the time. He started his own animation company. That's fine. Along with the other animators, the first came to his mind was Alice Comedies. That was 1923. With just a live-action little girl interact with the animated characters. That goes far back as 1923 before Mickey's career. Oh yeah, it's every man's character. Oh yes, this is definitely a good idea. Oh yes, it was Up Iwerks. You know, the guy who created Mickey Mouse, the animator who did that. He later did Flip the Frog. He later did Willy Whopper. And he also later did the Comicolor cartoons. I don't know if you're ever familiar with Comicolor. It was a series from 1933 to 1936. I have about 11 8mm versions of this short that came out from Castle Films. I have to go there one day and maybe I'll have to show it to you. Oh yeah, these were sound effects. Oh yeah, Steamboat Willie. That was the very first Mickey Mouse cartoon. Yeah, if you want to watch this, go see it on YouTube. November 1928. Yes, it was the synchronized sound cartoon. Yes, there were many synchronized sound cartoons that ever came out. Oh yes, he was a worldwide sensation. Man, this is actually good. But I know. This is why I started, well, I was a kid back in the day when I used to watch Mickey Mouse cartoons back then. I usually grew up watching this as when I turned it on, I prefer Bugs Bunny. Yeah, Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes were great. They were good. I know they were excellent. Looney Tunes are the best, bar none. Oh yeah, that's the first movie I ever saw, Pinocchio. I was a baby. Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, and then it's the Star Wars movies. And even the Marvel stuff. Wow. I love the Star Wars movies. Man, those were great, great movies. I mean, you know, that started the enterprises of Disney's phenomenon. But Warner Brothers started around making cartoons about 1930. Oh, yes. There's that one performing Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. Oh, yes. This is definitely a great performance. If for those of you who remember, The Little Mermaid was the movie that came out in 1989. I had the original VHS tape. It's had the controversial band cover of what they called, I don't know. Yeah, it's some sort of mysterious myth and legends or something. It was some sort of a myth. Some sort of an urban legend to me. I guess, you know, let me go back to what we're talking about. Mickey versus Mickey Mouse and then Bugs Bunny. You know, I always talk about Bugs Bunny. Yeah. Yeah, when you watch those of you who watch, I saw, earlier on, I watched all about that woman talking about the history of Mickey's career. It wasn't even started until sometime later. Warner Brothers started the cartoons, started his own cartoon series, what they known as the Looney Tunes. That's right, Looney Tunes started in 1930, 2 years after Mickey Mouse debuted as Steamboat Willie. They started the first animated cartoon series, what they call as a series of cartoon shorts to include. They started as Looney Tunes. It started as Bosco the Talking Ink Kid in Sinking in the Bathtub. That was 1930. And in 31, they called what's this? Lady Played Your Mandolin. It was the very first short in the Merry Melodies series. Yeah, they started in 1931 as Merry Melodies, which was this was 2 years. This was after they made these two series developed by Warner Brothers and became known inspired by Silly Symphonies. That's right, Silly Symphonies began in 1929 and continued right to 39. It was after a 10-year run for Disney. They put out a series of, these animated shorts, like, based on fairy tales and fables. You know, The Three Little Pigs, one of the best, Flowers and Trees, the first color cartoon in the Silly Symphony series. The Skeleton Dance was the very first Silly Symphony in the series. The Three Little Pigs was the best animated short that received an Oscar for the best short and the best song, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? That's right. It was the Three Little Pigs. And that was a cartoon from the Silly Symphonies. They also did other cartoons that right up until the original, The Ugly Duckling from 1931, and then they remade them in 1939 and was also the final Silly Symphony. But these were like one-shot characters that was not even Mickey Mouse cartoons. They were called Silly Symphonies. Yeah, those were a lot of these series. It became, yeah, it was a long 10-year run of the studio. I don't know. This is just what I want to watch this time because that's that's the one thing I'm going to do before we just get to the whole thing. Oh yes, and now she's going to finish singing part of your world. It was the Little Mermaid. Yes, I do agree on that. Oh look, Mickey is so happy. And she applauded. He applauded. But where did Bugs Bunny go? Okay, more on that little story about this between Bugs versus Mickey. I guess my favorite character of all time is Bugs. I take Bugs as my favorite than Mickey Mouse. Yeah, and he gives a little greeting to Mickey Mouse. He gives a hug. He gave her a hug. That's good. Wow. Yeah. Oh, Megan Trainor. Can't wait. But I'm not really into Megan Trainor. I mean, oh, singing a lot of your Disney classics. Wow. I just had to say this. This is like one heck of a special. I just had to say this. Because don't worry, we're on a live stream right now, and I always wanted to do the best that I can. Alright, I got one thing to tell you guys. If you're into these stuff, let's get this opportunity to say that. If you don't know, for those of you who have not know, let's go into the books here for a moment. I just want to pause here for a moment, and we're going to have a couple of things I like about Mickey versus Bugs. You want to see what it looks like? Take a look at this photo. If you're a fan of Bugs Bunny, take a look at this. This is Bugs Bunny. This is my favorite character than Mickey Mouse. You know, Bugs Bunny is my favorite character of all time. I definitely take Bugs as the best character to Mickey. I always love Mickey. No, I think it was okay, but I know, no longer my favorite character. I think Bugs is better. Bugs is better. Oh, come on. I know. This is my favorite character. I always love a lot. And I love the Looney Tunes. I grew up with Looney Tunes. I watched every single cartoon. I was like a child back in my youth. I used to watch Porky Pig. I watched Daffy Duck. I watched a couple of other things. But let me tell you, I know if you like the Looney Tunes, I respect your opinion. I just wanted to make sure that I would love to watch the Bugs Bunny one. This is just my favorite character. You can see there's the Tasmanian Devil, Elmer Fudd, Sylvester, Tweety, and so many more. Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner. All these, yeah. I, with all due respect, this is like, I give my opinion to this. This is the best character. This is better than Disney's persona. I like the way Looney Tunes does it. You know, I always like to tell you, Mickey has been there for 90 years. And Bugs Bunny has been there for about 78 years. Going back as far as 1940. Like, for example, A Wild Hare. It was released in 1940. I think Bugs is a better character than Mickey. You know, if you watch Bugs Bunny Superstar, if you haven't seen that, that was a 1975 film. It was an anthology movie. It was the first of what they call the Looney Tunes anthology films back in 1975. It's where Bob Clampett discusses what Bugs' career started. And this is what they did back in 75. He was talking about it does rate better than Disney, and it became the #1 box office star over Mickey. This is what they did back in 1975. If you want to see the documentary, or if you want to see it, go check out Bugs Bunny Superstar. I really recommend it as well. I know. If I want to see the promo for the show, I don't want to watch some of the stuff. You know what? I want to watch the CMA Awards. Oh yeah, I gotta say this. Okay, we're back on Tony Basil. You mean Tony Basil or Tony Hazel? I don't have to do this. This is like he's a Mickey fan. Oh, I know. He was it Tony Basil? Oh, yeah. He's very, very, very successful. Better than Bugs Bunny. Better than Bugs Bunny. I take my pick as Bugs Bunny. Yeah, I know. Bugs has better slapstick. You know, Mickey Mouse is actually has been there for 90 years. You know, is best known for better cute characters, better like yeah. Disney cartoons are more has more cute characters, are more cute. But Warner Brothers cartoons like Bugs Bunny has a lot of slapstick and humorous, and even funnier than Disney. You know, Bugs Bunny has the look at what the similarities they do with Disney if they try to do. Warner Brothers was built for slapstick cartoons. These were like Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies. Take that. If you think other characters that involve after Mickey, you know, Bosco, then came Porky Pig, then came Daffy Duck, then came Bugs. I was talking about it, and then came Sylvester, Pepe Le Pew. There's also Tweety, Tweety Bird. Yeah, Tweety Bird. That was prior to Sylvester. I forgot to give my little history lesson here, and Foghorn Leghorn, Henry Hawk. There's also the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, and I think that was about it. Yeah, this is what I just wanted to tell you. This is definitely my passion for Looney Tunes. Was Boys to Men. You know, it was best known for Motown Philly, I'll Make Love to You. Donny Osmond, he was one of the formerly of the Osmonds. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, it was Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Tom Holland. He interviewed about Mickey's birthday. I have to do that. Oh, the Zac Brown Band. Is this what we're watching it right now? This is what I gotta see it to what I'm believing it right now. Oh, now they're playing. Oh, the Bare Necessities from Jungle Book. Yeah, it was by the Zac Brown Band. You know, if you ever heard of the Zac Brown Band. Lime. Lime. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't see why you had it yeah, it's all gibberish. I'm sorry to make you a little bit of gibberish here for the moment. I have to know all the facts that I want to be done when I'm doing a live streaming of this thing. Let's talk about all the cartoons that I always want to love Bugs Bunny. You know, if I'm still a fan of Bugs Bunny, I'm the offender of Mickey's offender. I mean, I like Bugs Bunny better than Mickey Mouse. You can see all the character poses. Yeah, have you seen these? You can see Bugs' pose. Take a look at this. This is Bugs in his best. Yeah. There's Bugs and Daffy. Here it is, Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny. There's all the characters. There's Bugs. There's Bugs again. There's Bugs again. There's Sylvester. There's Tweety. Foghorn Leghorn. Elmer Fudd. Porky Pig. Wile E. Coyote. And Tweety. There's also Yosemite Sam. And yeah, those were better ones than Disney characters. I have to tell you that This is definitely a great way to watch the Mickey's 90th. I would have to take that. I was trying to offend. I'm not trying to worry about that. I like Bugs better than Mickey. And I know this is what they did. Like I said earlier, Mickey Mouse started 90 years ago. And then about what was this? About 10 or 11, 12 years later, Bugs Bunny was actually came to the scene. He first started in a cartoon called A Wild Hare. That came out in 1940. If you have not seen A Wild Hare, go watch the cartoon. Yeah, this was Bugs Bunny's very first cartoon appearance in A Wild Hare. That was actually 1940. It was the very first cartoon to ever use the word. And he was known for his phrase, like I said, "What's up, Doc?" and "What's cooking, Doc?" or "Ain't I a stinker?" or whatever it is. These were three of their best catchphrases. And every Bugs Bunny cartoon does that, saying "What's up, Doc?" And speaking of catchphrases, there was a 1972 movie starred Barbra Streisand in "What's Up, Doc?" That was the movie. Have you ever watched "What's Up, Doc?" with Barbra Streisand? Oh, that's a clip from Fantasia. I have the 1991 VHS of that. Oh yes. Walt Disney provided the voice of Mickey Mouse. And this was a clip from the Symphony Hour. He also played musical instruments. He always like making music. Bugs Bunny does not. Oh yeah, nah. It doesn't look like Powerpuff Girl characters. I don't know. I don't like the new Mickey Mouse cartoons. Too modern. I would prefer the classic Mickey. I mean, they played the Lone Ranger theme. Oh yeah, remember that William Tell overture, the Lone Ranger theme. Oh. That's just... Oh yeah, the band concert from 1935. It was the first color cartoon. The first Mickey Mouse color cartoon from 1935. And went on to have early color cartoon success. That made it... Well... Yeah, this is just amazing. Oh, hi there, everybody. I'm watching this right now. Thanks for coming on board. Oh, looks like he's banned. Looks like he was performing like Ringo Starr of the Beatles. Yeah, that's right. Mickey was doing the drums like Ringo Starr from the Beatles. That's perfect. He actually loves to play. Yeah, he plays the drums. He plays every musical instrument. Stevie Wonder plays every musical instrument. The harmonica, the keyboard, the all instruments he used on every songs by Stevie Wonder. He was actually great. He was the genius of what they called Stevie Wonder. He was a Motown genius. He was the guy who had produced, written, and arranged all of the songs by Stevie Wonder. That's the most popular. He was like the one-man show, a one-man band. Stevie Wonder was a one-man band. He was known for songs like "You Are the Sunshine of My Life." He made his start as Fingertips. Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's called "A Friend Like Me." That's just a song from Aladdin I'm watching right now. Yeah, this is actually the Aladdin, "A Friend Like Me." That's like songs like "Whole New World" and so many other stuff. Prince Ali. I have to say for this, folks. Megan Trainor. AC-127. It's what they called Mickey and Minnie. And we're watching a trailer to The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. And of course, yeah, that's a preview of what we call Mary Poppins Returns. this was a long-awaited sequel to the 1964 classic. Yeah, the live-action musical classic Mary Poppins. Oh, this is coming out this Christmas. I have not seen Mary Poppins. I remember seeing this as a child, going back in like the 80s. Back in the 80s, this was the first movie we used to rent it at a video store back then. It was a classic. Oh yes, the trailer is online right now. Go check it out. You'll see the new trailer for Mary Poppins Returns. This is like a teaser. Yeah, I just do agree on my part. Okay, I gotta do is turn the volume down a bit. I gotta get a bottle of water. Hold on a second. Can I have a bottle of water? Yes, I did the lunch. Oh, Chris, some rain tonight? No, Chris, you done? I don't want to speak to them. Please. The rain. It doesn't ring the phone. All right. Thank you very much. Sorry. Yeah, it's election night. Okay, this is election night. I don't know. I don't want to be voting for elections. Okay, this is going for election night? Anyone out there? Anybody in the rear? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to participate in this video, in this live stream. We're doing like a Mickey Mouse's 90th special, but let me tell you, I was a Mickey fan a long time, but now I'm a Bugs Bunny fan. Well, I know many people loves Mickey, and then a lot of people loves Bugs Bunny. Well, it's my choice. Actually, Bugs is my number one choice than Mickey Mouse. Mickey's in close second, but I think it's actually, I would like to see one last showing of Mickey Mouse cartoons until I decided to go into Bugs Bunny. Because, yeah, I just want to agree on that. And yeah, it was a musical or something. This is got to be doing to watch. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man. Hear the drummer get wicked. Oh, country night on Dancing with the Stars Juniors. All right. Oh, forgot his name. I forgot to put the closed captioning in. Well, the hot dog stand. Oh yeah, if you remember. Oh. Wait, he's selling hot dogs? He likes to sell hot dogs. Remember that? Remember the song "Hot Diggity Dog"? Or, yeah, it was a song by Perry Como. Perry Como from the 50s. If you remember, if you those you don't know, Perry Como. Oh yes. So what? Love, the power of love. Remember that? Celine Dion, "Power of Love," or Huey Lewis in the News. Yeah, the Power of Love from Back to the Future. It's the power of love. And yes, this is actually, I don't know which cartoon is from. I know the name of the cartoon. Oh yes, he was on Ice. That's a cartoon from 1935, 36. Wait a minute, using Hanna-Barbera sound effects. Is that they using Have a Laugh series when they try to running short versions of these cartoons? That really sucked. Oh, he swims. Yeah, most of these early cartoons were just creepy. Yeah, one of the early Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 30s looks utterly creepy. And there was one clip, there was one video that we don't know. If you don't know, it was a clip. There was a video on YouTube. You remember Suicide Mouse? That was a creepy video. You remember that video called Suicide Mouse? Yeah, I know a lot of you people have not heard of what this cartoon is about. I thought it was considered as a lost Mickey Mouse cartoon from the 30s, I think. And look, it was just a mess of. Yeah, and the screen goes black for about 3 minutes, and then it goes back on, and lots of screams and screaming and all that stuff, and then it goes and ends with the Mickey's headshot. That's kind of scary. Yes, I have seen every Mickey Mouse headshot at the beginning of every cartoon that scared the bejeepers. You know, as a kid, used to scare me. Yeah, but I know even to this day, I know a lot of people. I thought it wasn't that scary of these Mickey Mouse headshots in this cartoon at the beginning. Yeah, remember that when you watch the opening to these Mickey Mouse cartoons, every Mickey Mouse cartoon had headshots like. Yeah, it had headshots like it was Mickey's head in a sunbeam. That's right. Dude, that could scare you. Everybody in the audience, yeah, was afraid. I know many people are afraid of Mickey Mouse's headshots. These were scary as hell. Oh, is this Colors of the Wind? I forgot the name of the artist. It was Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. It was from Pocahontas. I saw this movie once in the theater. I still have my VHS tape from '96. It's a '96 VHS. There's also I have to tell you. Let's go back to a little bit of the little history lesson about a little known Mickey Mouse cartoon, which is not a cartoon. It was just an experimental video. Was obeyed by the creepypasta. If you may remember, the Suicide Mouse is like some sort of it's a random experimental films like Mickey Mouse walking in buildings in a loop. This was just becomes the most creepiest video you ever saw. And I know if this is just I did not do that on Halloween. Yeah, I wish next Halloween we'll talk about Suicide Mouse. And I just have to say that for if you have not, I've seen Suicide Mouse. It was just to tell you, Suicide Mouse it still is actually. It went viral on YouTube because what happened was it was one of the creepypastas. It thought it was considered as a lost 1930s Mickey Mouse short. There was one short I don't know why they got lost. Well, it was just one of the lost ones, like what they call Mickey Mini Porn. I don't know if you have not saw the video about what was going on. There was actually what they call a lost. It was intended for Walt's birthday during a screening of what they call Mickey and Minnie Porn. It's not like the first time you ever seen a porn, but I'm not gonna get into any details about that. But I just want to agree with I have to do this. Yeah, it was like a rumor or what they flowing around, what they talking about a rumor. Mickey and Minnie Porn. It was like was some sort of a joke. I mean, it was like from 1936 when Walt was at a meeting and it was on his birthday party when he was screened, but then all of a sudden, yeah, they just scrapped out the idea and he lost it. I mean, a lot of copies were just vanished. If you saw the top 10 lost Disney media, that's what you have to check it out. This is like the 10 lost Disney media. There's also another lost Disney was they called Laughlets. It's between 1923 for a short time. I don't know if this is what the case whatsoever about. If you haven't find any of the lost Disney material, just feel free to check out some of the stuff that was lost Disney. And I know there was some sort of an urban legend that tells all. It's just the fact that tells all the stories about why it was so popular. You know, let me tell you. Oh yeah, I'm streaming the Spectacular Run right now. I'm watching it right now, um, giving us a very good live streaming, and I'm still watching it right now. I'm not going to show this video from the TV because I don't want YouTube to get any copyrights. I turned the volume down on my television set, so my stereo, because I don't want YouTube to get into copyright. Well, then the song ends. Okay. And then it goes to a commercial break. I want to watch. That's thanks to one of the people who want to watch it though. Oh, I can't get enough bugs. I can't get enough Mickey or can't get enough bugs. Okay, point taken. I think bugs. But after I'm going to watch those Mickey Mouse specials, I'm going to continue to watch Bugs Bunny. I've watched every single episode of every Bugs Bunny cartoon that I've watched. Oh yes. They also have a Mickey Mouse. Everything is in merchandise. Yeah, the the Mickey Mouse Beats edition. It's been 90 years. Looks like they're wearing everything. They put T-shirts. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about merchandising. Throughout the years, we know. All right. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is what we're interrupting. We're having some technical difficulties here. We're in the middle of live streaming right now. He mentions that Mickey appeared in lunchboxes, T-shirts, magazines, toys, action figures, everything, shoes, pictures, everything. Baseball hats. Those were like merchandising. Yeah, like we can go back to the days of merchandising, like Bugs Bunny also have a merchandise. They also have action figures, plush toys. They also made a lot of good stuff. They also made a lot of these Mickey Mouse cartoons. You could see Super 8 films of all the Mickey Mouse cartoons included. I wish one day on eBay I would like to get like maybe a Mickey Mouse Super 8 films. They're actually available from what they call. Remember those days when one of the first of many Mickey Mouse cartoons were made for home use? Hollywood Film Enterprises from about 1940s. Dates back to the 1940s, I guess. There's actually oh yes, T-shirts. There's for men, women. Everything you see in the shirts became a pop icon. I don't know, Madonna, whatever. Oh yeah, cartoon art or what? Oh yeah, everything is just mouse ears. And also you see in fireworks shows like the Macy's July 4th fireworks. They have like maybe you see a Mickey head in what they called what they call as yeah, you can see it's a hidden Mickey. That's right, hidden Mickeys. That's the one you see in a fireworks show elsewhere. You can see all over the place. You'll see any fireworks show you see, it just has a hidden Mickey somewhere. But that's what they call as hidden Mickeys. Remember when you go to every fireworks show during 4th of July, and I went to every fireworks show that I went every year during the summer, when I saw every fireworks display, if I recall, it just has a hidden, in some spots you'll see it's a hidden Mickey somewhere. But if you look close enough, if you see it during the display, you'll see a hidden Mickey somewhere. There you can see those little 3 shell fireworks. That was, yeah, they indicated it as a what they called a hidden Mickey. They did that in both the Cantine Field July 4th fireworks. They do that in what they call the Kingston Plaza. They used to do that every year on a few days after the 4th. Oh yeah, there's Minnie. Yes, he was wearing a fashion. Oh yes, Showtime. He's wearing a skirt. They're wearing skirts and fashions. Like, this ain't no Victoria's Secret. Most you'll see Minnie stuff in, I'm not going to talk about porn. It's talk about others. It's all about the fashions. On behalf of all the Times people, happy birthday, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Oh, wait. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. I know, I'm making the stuff from Tony Basil. Yeah, it's something coming out of a Tony Basil song. You know. Oh. Yeah, I love you. Hey, oh, I love you. Hey, oh, love you. Man, this ain't James Brown. This ain't no James Brown. And he gets a round of applause. He gets a round of applause. Oh yeah, hey, hello from Mexico. Hey, Mexico. The Panchito. Oh, that's a character from the Three Caballeros. That was Panchito the Rooster. Remember that? Oh, okay. Well, Panchito and Jose Carioca is not in there, but Donald Duck was in. Okay, if you've watched the Three Caballeros, you see what I mean. Let's talk about Mickey. It's not Donald or whatever you call it. That's just my tease. Okay. Here we go. Hello, amigo. Okay. No, I'm not going to do. We're not trying. Hey, there's part of the country. Oh man. Oh yeah. What are they performing though? This ain't no Gundam style. Is this K-pop? Sounds like it was a Gundam style. Whoop-em Gundam style. Yeah, K-pop, which I think Korean pop. More like Korean color redrawn Looney Tunes from the 30s, like 60s. Made it revised in the 60s. Yeah, I remember back in I was a kid, they used to show all the old Porky Pig shorts. was originally, they took the original black and white cartoons and redone in color in Korea, and then they looked terrible. And that was in the '60s. I don't know who produced this. Fred Ladd. You know, Fred Ladd. He's the guy who was he was putting all the stuff from Korea. You know, they sent it to the Korean and redone, and look, blah blah. I don't like the way back then. The original black and whites were good thanks to the Porky Pig 101 set from featuring a whole bunch of Porky Pig stuff from back in the 30s and early 40s. All these were all originals in black and white. Not the redraws, not those color redraws. Yeah, because the color redraws kind of sucked. It was great back then, but it sucks now. I know if you want to watch, I want to debate on this thing because of the Looney Tunes 1930s Looney Tunes stuff. It was originally black and white, but then it turned into some sort of redrawn trash. Yeah, that was the redrawn cartoons were from Korea. Why are they gonna do this? It's because of this thing. I have to agree on that. But I just wanted to tell you, though, this is what I got to do first. You know what? I like to watch Bugs Bunny. To get back on the Bugs Bunny bandwagon. Yeah, I'm a Bugs Bunny fan for life. Than Mickey. I think Mickey was big in the 30s and 40s when then Bugs Bunny came in. Yeah, they tried to compete with Mickey. That was when they started competing with other characters. When you talk about the timeline between what the cartoon started, Disney's first studio came out in the 20s. Mickey Mouse was the first character in 1928, like you said, Steamboat Willie in 1928. And then the second studio, Warner Brothers, started this, like I said earlier, Looney Tunes Merry Melodies. That was in the early 30s, starting with Bosco, and then before then, they came in Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and the other characters. Like I said earlier, then right up until Bugs Bunny. Speaking of Bugs Bunny, prior to Bugs Bunny, one of the very early cartoons, which was a predecessor to Bugs Bunny, was Porky's Hare Hunt. You remember that? Porky's Hare Hunt? That was in 1939. It was actually a Porky Pig cartoon featuring what would later end up being Bugs Bunny in 1939, which has a laugh, but it did not until Woody Woodpecker came along in 1940. And the bunny was known for his trademark laugh, but yeah, it didn't last long until the laugh was brought by, you guessed it, Woody Woodpecker. That was in 1940. It was first introduced in an Andy Panda cartoon called Knock Knock. That was in 1940. It was sent to Universal. The same studio that did Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And we talked about let's mention about Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for a little bit. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was the character before Mickey Mouse. Yeah, he made several early cartoons for Disney, right up until probably he left in 1928 after the creation of Mickey Mouse. Oswald went on, and after Walt left, they brought in Walter Lantz. He was known for Woody Woodpecker and Andy Panda and many other characters from under the creation of Walter Lantz. That goes back to the 30s. Even it produced later Oswald cartoons throughout the 1930s. It was this is later than the previous Disney, post-Disney Oswald cartoons. Oh, yeah. And this is what I got to do for the 90th, for what we talk about. Okay, aside from that, after Warner Brothers, then Paramount. Paramount was also another studio that made us the Fleischer cartoons. Betty Boop, Popeye, Color Classics, you name it. Yeah, many, because after Warner Brothers and it was Paramount when they started producing cartoons. It was back in 28, 29. It was the one after Disney. Paramount was the other studio that brought into the bandwagon were the Fleshers. Max and Dave Flesher. That was the creation of Betty Boop and Popeye. Popeye taken from they took the original comic strip based off the original comic strip. If you've ever read Popeye in the comics, then turned into a cartoon series that came out by the Fleshers. The during the 30s. When they first appeared in a Betty Boop cartoon, which was under the name Popeye the Sailor. And it was also became the first. It was the big start of the series. Popeye was huge in the 30s and 40s. You think Popeye was huge, starting his adventure series. That was like, this is taken based on the comic strip. They took many of the great comic strip and made it into a cartoon series. Well, and I don't know who also published it for Popeye series. King Features. It was they made the arrangement when they, Paramount also appeared. Popeye was also Paramount cartoon star, and he appeared in comic strip from King Features. Also, they got the rights to that. Paramount had the rights to produce Popeye cartoons, but they got credit from what they called the publication King Features. King Features was the company that behind Flash Gordon, the old 1930s space opera, the Flash Gordon which was the early 1930s serials. It was like they also produced a lot of great comic strips. Beetle Bailey, Hagar the Horrible, and a whole bunch of other comics. And don't forget Blondie and Dagwood. That's not that. That was actually King Features. And yes, that's a big thing, I can tell you. Yeah, that blah 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 blah. Oh gosh. And then there's also, aside from other stuff from Warner Bros., you got Disney, you got Warner, you got Paramount, and what about the Terrytoons? Terrytoons has been probably underrated in the low budget. Yeah, it's those you don't know Terrytoons. Those you have not heard or not known, it was a little known animated studio based in New Rochelle, New York. Started in the 1930s by creator, was called under the creation of Paul Terry. Paul Terry started this thing back in the 30s when they known as the Terrytoons. Terrytoons eventually began in the 30s. Started many of the earlier shorts. Pretty cheap. The animation was cheap, and everything is cheap. But it doesn't even hold a candle to other rival studios of the time, Warner Brothers and Disney. Warner and Disney have become two of the best rival studios. The other Paramount and known for the Fleshers and famous studio cartoons, including the Popeye series, and also brought other stuff like the Novel Tune stuff, like Baby Huey, where they brought the rivals of Casper the Friendly Ghost, Baby Huey, Little Audrey, Herman and Catnip, and many more. And I just had to say this, and even turned into some sort of a Harvey character and ended up being a Harvey comic. Oh yeah, this clip from The Sorcerer's Apprentice from Fantasia. I have the VHS from 1991, and of course, the record album, the 3-album set. I have this in my collection. I was played this record to death after playing this for God knows when. Yeah, they made other versions of The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It was in what they call Eugene Ormandy and the Philadelphia Orchestra did an album called Fireworks. They made that song look, actually, they made an abbreviated version of why they did this take on the song from Fantasia. It's on Columbia Masterworks label. Yeah, there were many different conductors. Yeah, there were many different orchestras, conductors doing their rendition of that, of a Duca's masterpiece. Yeah, every time I listen to this record, I I played the record to death after listening to 3 records. Yeah, just to play the record. That, yes, it was Mickey. What they call Sorcerer Mickey. That's the character. He was best known for the logo, the Sorcerer Mickey logo you see on VHS releases back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, yes, you've seen on every early VHS tapes from the 80s. If you remember the Neon Mickey tapes, that was actually from the 1980s. If you remember that, if you go back in time, I have a few of those in my collection. I did not have any of the I didn't have any of these yet at the moment. So I possibly in the near future I would get many of these Neon Mickey VHSs. Well, yeah, I remember the time when we used to rent it at a video store as a kid. Back in my childhood, I remember the sticker label that has the Neon Mickey tape. That every Neon Mickey tape had the Sorcerer Mickey on the sticker label. Yes, but on the tape itself, it just has the Neon Mickey logo, not the Sorcerer Mickey, but it was the Neon Mickey logo. The Sorcerer Mickey logo did not appear until sometime in '86. Probably the Sorcerer Mickey character was on every VHS tape in the early '80s. That was probably only in print. But the tape itself is not because it has the Neon Mickey logo at the beginning. It kind of creeps you out as a kid. Yeah, it kind of creeps out as a kid. But anything you can tell. Yeah, right. I always love to tell you. Yeah, we're here. We're a second hour on the. Yes, we're just halfway into the second hour here. Here comes Megan Trainor. I don't know who Megan Trainor is. If you want to watch one of his videos, like Todd in the Shadows, I don't know. What is this? Barry Manilow? No, I'm watching this live stream right now. Oh, it's called "You Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story. Yes, it's yeah. Megan Trainor does "You Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story. That's fine. The first CG animated film from Pixar. Yes, I saw this once in the theater. I had my first VHS release from 1996. I had this tape for a very long time. I lost my copy years and years ago, and then many years later, I got my copy with no cover. Look at it; these are the kids in Mickey shirts. Yeah, yes, because Toy Story became the first CG animated film, which is all CGI. That came out in 1995, which is also Disney's first breakthrough into CGI. If you know, this was what they call CGI animation. That was what they did. Rather than the hand drawn animation, everything also nowadays are all CGI. If you go back to the 80s, everything was CGI back in the 80s. Yes, best known for what animation, CGI was using some sort of animated for bumpers, logos, whatever. You see every TV station and everything you see is CGI. It was like some sort of experimental reasons, just for experimental use. I have to say this. This is what I got to tell you about. Yeah, you got a friend in me. I can't sing. Just have to say this. Yeah, Toy Story was good. I just wanted to say Toy Story was an excellent movie. Yeah, it's Woody and Buzz. They made it into second and third movie were pretty good. I never heard of a fourth movie. I know the fourth movie will be coming out sometime in the not too distant future. Toy Story 4. Still in development. I mean, don't worry. They'll come out with Toy Story 4 beginning 2019. Not sure. There it goes, Mickey. Get up, because Mickey loves you. Oh, it's Donald Duck. My dad loves Donald Duck. Oh. Okay, speaking of which, I gotta use the bathroom right away. I gotta come back. Man, I bathroom. Yeah. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. All right, I'm back on the right track right now. We're just here to return rent again for my live stream, and of course, the when blackish turns purplish. Oh, we're watching a promo for Prince, the tribute to Prince, known for their songs. Yeah, Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Cry, 1999, uh, Little Black Corvette. Okay. Yeah, you're watching the promo right now at this moment. I could say, well, hello. 71, we're here in the an hour and 10-minute mark. Okay, we're watching this right now. It was, well, it doesn't look like Drew Carey from The Price is Right. This guy looks like almost like Drew Carey from The Price is Right. You remember that? The guy who took over Bob Barker's position. Yeah, I love Bob Barker as when he used to be host of Price is Right. I love The Price is Right, the game show, best game show ever, and I've always been a fan ever since a long time. Price is Right fan. You know, oh, this was a great way to watch this show. I mean, he talks about Mickey's career. Oh, what is this? I know I'm watching the TV, reacting to my. I'm reacting to the Mickey Mouse 90th Spectacular that I'm watching it right now. Yes, looks like Mickey is laughing when he closes his eyes. Yes, he made a laugh. Not like Woody Woodpecker's laugh, but yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just watching this right now. I gotta turn this up a little bit. Wait a minute, the box? Personal stuff, the park stuff. Oh, he's going to Disneyland. Whatever. Yeah, Pirates Caribbean. A plush toy. It was a teddy bear. A mouse ears hat. The one you wore back in the good old Mickey Mouse Club days. Every time you wore it during at Disney theme parks. It was a big fat Mickey ears hat. Yeah, we know he's an icon around the world. But Bugs Bunny was also one of in the U.S. But this is just to make sure. Speedy Gonzales. Oh yes, I forgot to mention Speedy Gonzales. That was another character. And then after the character was adapted, and then made it into a song by Pat Boone. Yeah, Pat Boone became a record back in 1962. One of his last records that was by Pat Boone. And with a duet with Mel Blanc. Oh, by the way, Walt Disney does the voice for Mickey Mouse during his years at the studio. The most memorable voice character was the voice actor behind it was other than not Walt Disney was Mel Blanc. He was known for the voice of Bugs Bunny and many more characters. Mel Blanc has been known for the Looney Tunes universe since 30s and 40s, right up until the end of his career. You know, he has been voicing Bugs Bunny for many years. You know, Mel Blanc has been known for that. He was also did in live action was he took a tour of Capitol Records called "Wanna Buy a Record." If you want to see the video of that, yeah, check it out. Yeah, if you're a Looney Tunes fan, check out Mel Blanc in "Wanna Buy a Record." It was actually it's a advertising film for Capitol Records that came out in the early '50s. I don't know what is going on with this. Man, finding out this is the singing performances. This has been going on for like how long it's been there for. 9:16. Man, I'm getting a little tired right now, and I just have to say, the the fans I love. They've always been Mickey's fans for forever. Been a Mickey fan for life. I think Looney Tunes would be a lot better to be a big fan of the part of the family of the group. Okay, I forgot to go back to the Terrytoons stuff. Okay, yes, I know Terrytoons was the lesser known studio. Well, it was kind of like a downright animation studio based in New Rochelle, New York, which is known for characters. The first was Farmer Alfalfa. Farmer Alfalfa was originally called Farmer Gray, which later became Farmer Alfalfa. Back in the early 30s, it started. One of the studio Terrytoons, one of the first characters that Terrytoons started was Farmer Alfalfa. That was like the early 30s. Then Putty the Pup, Kiko the Kangaroo, and then Gaddy Goose started as well. Then came Mighty Mouse, Heckle and Jekyll, Deputy Dog, or Dinky the Duck. I know that came after that. It was Mighty Mouse, then came Dinky the Duck, Heckle and Jekyll, Sydney the Elephant, Clint Clobber, Deputy Dog, and one of the last characters in the series, what they called as the Mighty Heroes, came out in 1966. It was like one of the last the last characters in the series. What the last Terrytoon characters ever put out was the Mighty Heroes, and that was from 1966. Until the studio closed its doors, probably by the early 70s. Following the passing of Paul Terry, and the rest of the Terrytoons library goes to Viacom, V of Doom, whatever was what the company was called after they sold all the original Terrytoon stuff to CBS, Viacom, whatever. They sold the old library to Viacom in the early 70s. Well, and that brought Terrytoons to a big halt. Following the passing of Paul Terry. And they sold the studio, but the studio was for sale, but I don't know. But the building still remains, but time will tell. But I don't know why they turned into some sort of an office building where there used to be the former Terrytoon studio were. Man. Okay, I guess watching these commercials will make you feel tired. Oh, yes. White beans, feta cheese, power bowls. I'm watching these commercials right now. Oh, yeah, the computer, 7th round. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Duracell batteries. Comes the menu. Oh. Yeah, I should blame the Isley Brothers for that, for a copyright BS. So I don't want to get into anything like... Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm not going to hear that shout song because of the copyright idiots. But I don't want to go into anything like this YouTube because I don't want YouTube to go copyright. And I just have to say this, folks, if you're watching this. Oh, they're watching a promo for Once Upon a Time with Frozen. I don't know. It's Frozen the musical. Yeah, it's actually an advertisement for Disney's Frozen the musical. Oh, if you saw Frozen the musical, do you want to build a snowman? Oh, hell no! Yeah, remember that video reacting to do you want to build a snowman? It said, oh, hell no! Oh my. Oh, jeez. Oh man, this is so fantastic. This is so fantastic. Whee! Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's the Love Boat. You know, you watch the Love Boat. Soon you'll be making another run. Yeah, I'm talking about the Love Boat. This ain't the Love Boat. This is just. This is the show I was talking about. The Mickey's 90th birthday. This is not the Love Boat. Oh boy. Prove this message. Gary Underwood. The CMA Awards. Oh man. Oh. Gee whiz. I'm getting tired all day. All day and all of the night. Hey, Mickey. Alec Baldwin. And Dina Menzel. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Sierra? Sierra? Yeah, but Bugs Bunny's better. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. I would think Bugs is better than Mickey Mouse. As that Bugs would say, ain't I a stinker? John Stamos, you know, best known for Jesse Katsopoulos, Uncle Jesse from Full House. That's right. He's from Full House. Where's that Dave Coulier or Bob Saget or Mary Kate and Ashley or what? Oh yeah, or Jodie Sweetin or Karen or Cadence Cameron or whatever, Ken's Cameron or whatever you call it. His name. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's trying to do our best. He was all over the place. Yeah, granting so much wishes. Um, yes, he becomes friendship and becomes more reliable. He loves kids. Mickey loves kids. You know what Mickey likes? Kids. More like Michael Jackson likes kids. You know? Going back to the youth of what we call Michael Jackson were kids. You know? With the Jackson 5? Yeah, the Jackson 5. That was Jackson 5 or I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name. I'll be there. That's right. That was a Jackson 5. Mariah Carey did that later. And, yeah. It was, and then there's actually, Mickey was obsessed with kids. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is obsessed with children. More like Michael Jackson is obsessed with children. Yeah. Mickey likes kids. And so was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was he was the king of pop. He was Mickey Mouse was like he was a fan. Michael Jackson was a Mickey fan. You saw him back in the good old Disneyland 30th anniversary show back in 1980. It was his 35th anniversary show. That was, yeah, going back to the 35th anniversary show from 1980. And I know. Break dancing? Always be a Mickey fan. Oh, blah. Always be a Bugs Bunny fan. Always be Bugs Bunny fans. Yeah, calling all Bugs Bunny fans. Yeah, I could take back Bugs Bunny and over Mickey. What you could do? Well, he gives hugs. Mickey gives a hug like Michael Jackson. He likes to dance around. Wow, it looks like Mickey was the dancing around with the kids all over the trees. And we're all Pluto. Wait, Pluto the dog. That's Mickey's dog. I mean, in the cartoons. That was Mickey's dog. Well, wait a second. Is that the line from a song? Yeah, it's When a Star is Born, or no relation to a Judy Garland or a Barbara Streisand movie or a Jenna Gaynor movie from the 30s. A Star is Born. And what is this? Oh, it's When You Wish Upon a Star. From Pinocchio. This was like the original. Yeah, the first version was done by Cliff Edwards for the movie, and was the first of so many versions. There was one by I think Glenn Miller and his orchestra. Yeah, during the movie Pinocchio, Glenn Miller also did a second version of that. Then there's another one by Joni James. Yeah, Joni James also did a version of that. I know there were other artists over the years who covered When You Wish Upon a Star over the years. First it was Glenn Miller. Yeah, Cliff Edwards was the original. Then Glenn Miller and his orchestra with Ray Eberle. Then there was also, I forgot to mention, Joni James. Yep, Joni James. There was also, I forgot to tell you. There are many versions of the song. Linda Ronstadt. There's actually Johnny Mathis. Yeah, was on the album The Wonderful World of Make Believe. And there's also Henry Mancini and so many more. The most notable version of the song was by Dion and the Belmonts. Did a great doo-wop version of When You Wish Upon a Star. Became more famous by Dion and the Belmonts. You know, Dion, a group, the group that did Teenager in Love, I Wonder Why, Where or When. And that's one. I mean, yes, they did a very good version of When You Wish Upon a Star, which is, like I said, Dion and the Belmonts from the early 60s. And then there was actually one of them. I think so many more versions. There are dozens, countless versions of it. Josh Groban also did a live version of the song that was featured at the end of what they call the Disney special radio program for BBC. So many, many, many versions of the song. Oh yeah, can't wait to see that. Before we talk about before I was talking about, I got to tell you all about the Mickey Mouse Club. Yes, I used to watch it every time when I was a kid when Disney Channel first came on. They showed all the old Mickey Mouse Club shows. I wasn't even around at the time when the show came on the air. There was a 1977 revived version of the show, which was one of the first revived versions of the Mickey Mouse Club, but it's called as the new Mickey Mouse Club. They made an upbeat intro. Yes, they had the more familiar twist to this thing. show from back way back when. Here's one I have now. Showed you the record album at first. Okay, I'll turn on the light on for a little moment here, please. Here's the 1977 record album called The Mickey Mouse Club. This is from the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. Came out in 1977. It ran for around a one-season run until 1978. I was born that year. And here's the back. This guy's the original TV cast album with all the kids from the show. Yeah, too bad it didn't last long after one season. It has a bonus poster inside it. There's missing a poster here. Here are the lyrics to the song. Those of you sing along with. And the record itself. Here you go. That was the all-new Mickey Mouse Club soundtrack from 1977. Yes, it's got the upbeat version of the Mickey Mouse March, which is a more discified version than there were many versions of the song that was used for the show. But yes, the 1977 redone of the Mickey Mouse Club had featured a discified rendition of the Mickey Mouse March that was actually used for the show. I think that was actually, for the 1977 revived version, they used the exact same intro used in color from the 1950s, from the 1955 series. But that was like, they took the footage from the original 1955 TV show and remade in color, and then turned into some sort of a more 70s discified version. Yeah, a more discified version of the Mickey Mouse March, because I've never heard of it. That's just a big idea to make it back in the days when you think it's disco. I mean, if you're not familiar with disco or whatever you call it. And that was actually a great way to watch. But too bad it ran for like one season. And then the show came out back in '89. It didn't return until the second revival, probably about '89, when it was on the Disney Channel, when they started airing the Mickey Mouse Club, the all-new Mickey Mouse Club, the second version for the second time in '89. Continued right up until 1995. A more '90s reincarnation of the show. It has a different look. It's got some stuff, including some of the great Mouseketeers to follow, including Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and JC from one of the members of NSYNC. And Justin Timberlake, who was best known for, he was a solo artist, he was known for songs like, what was this? Sexy Back. Remember Sexy Back? Remember Britney Spears' Baby One More Time? Hit me, baby, one more time. And oops, I did it again. Oh yeah, can't wait to watch this. State, okay. I don't know. Yeah, he's more professional sports. You know, back in the '80s, you remember Goofy? One of the characters of the Mickey family, Goofy, he was active in sports. He was in a lot of these how-to Goofy shorts that was called the How-To series, where he puts out one of the cartoons that was put up in what they call the How-To series, where it looks like a narration, gives you a little demonstration on how to play anything in sports, like baseball, football, everything that was included there. It was in a lot of these how-to series that was sort of a demonstration. It looks more entertainment, more funnier, and more educational. Oh yeah, that's Walt's voicing Mickey Mouse. Oh yes, pole vault, blah, football, and touchdown Mickey from the early '30s. Oh, it's Polo from one of these cartoons. I forgot the name of it. Ugh, that one sucks. I didn't like the modern Mickey. I don't like it. Not really a big fan of those modern Mickey cartoons. Hockey, surfing, like the Beach Boys, the Bleach Dudes, the Bleach Dudes. Oh, that's good. Classic Mickey. Canine Caddy. Oh yeah, these were goofy. Then how-to shorts. How was this? How to Ride a Horse from the Reluctant Dragon. There's also Hockey Homicide and many, many, many more. I think I have to list any other goofy cartoons. In the 80s, they call it Sport Goofy. You remember Sport Goofy? That was in the 80s, if you maybe recall the Goofy short called the Sport Goofy universe. They call it Sport Goofy. It was a fad of the 80s. If you have not seen Sport Goofy, yes, this is what they I remember that time where he was known as Sport Goofy. Josh Groban. I don't know who's actually was Josh Groban. I don't know who the artist is. I'll have to talk about that in the post game show. Well, we're only about 22 minutes left of the special because I'm done. Yeah, it was go chase it. And don't even waste it. Embrace it. Well, man, this is like some sort of what they call Josh Groban and Andrea Puccelli. I feel it's classical stuff. Modern tenor. Josh Groban's like a modern tenor. And I think I'm just going to go into any details about that. Oh, speaking of, go back to Mickey Mouse, though, and do the Terrytoons for a second here. One of the most underrated characters besides Mickey Mouse, they try to copy every single version of this character's faces. You see the face right there? Yeah, Mickey was trying to copy each other, but they tried to make more stuff because they just copied everything. You know, Terrytoons was known for cheap animated cartoons. You know, Terrytoons was known for the characters. You know, one of the most underrated characters in the Terrytoons universe was Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse, he was like a pint-sized superhero. Yeah, it's half Mickey Mouse, half Superman. Yeah, they yeah, it's like half Superman, half Mickey. And yeah, the character design looked absolutely weird. If you know they took it to a whole new level, this just makes trying to ruin his persona. You know, Mickey was the iconic character, but Mighty Mouse was pretty underrated. You know, why are you trying to rip off Mickey's face in every cartoon you see Mighty Mouse? Yes, everything you can tell. I've been watching. I've watched Mighty Mouse since I was like a kid back in the day. Yeah, I only watch every Mighty Mouse cartoon. I watched every Mighty Mouse cartoon since I was a kid. This goes back to my little bit of childhood memory. Yeah, I just have to say this. The people who want to watch this thing, I know if you're a fan of the old Mighty Mouse cartoons, this goes back to our childhood memory. We know Mighty Mouse was underrated. Was a really okay, decent character. I know back in my days as a child, I used to watch on television these days. You know, he was best known for when one of Andy Kaufman's performance was on Saturday Night Live, where he was reacting to what they called the Mighty Mouse song. If you watch Saturday Night Live, check out his video of Andy Kaufman trying to do reacting over a Mighty Mouse song when he's playing a record player, playing an old golden record from the 50s. and they played the Mighty Mouse song from, well, Saturday Night Live. If you remember Andy Kaufman. Yeah, that's what's best known for. It was one of the most great performances on Saturday Night Live. Just check it out. Yeah, it was known for that. It was like they did today. They did that Terrytoon called "The Three Bears." If you remember the Three Bears, the old Terrytoon from 1939 was known for the phrase "Somebody's touching my spaghetti." You know the spaghetti bear or spaghetti? Yeah, somebody's touching my spaghetti. That was an old. That was a tagline from the old Terrytoon. Well, it's a long lost. It was a long forgotten short that was long so after short from 1939. And there's actually I don't know what is going on with that. During Mighty Mouse, yeah, it's actually after a series of cartoons, had its own television program. It's like an anthology Saturday morning program. It's not a new show. It's just an anthology show called the Mighty Mouse Playhouse, which was a half-hour anthology series on Saturday morning. It ran for about 10 years, bringing the old Terrytoons between like 1940s and 1950s time period that dates back. And then there was also the Filmation Mighty Mouse, the New Adventures of Mighty Mouse, which was a Filmation show, but that didn't last after one season. It was what they called an hour-long pairing with Heckle and Jekyll called The New Adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll. That was in 1979. It ran for like one season. After two seasons, it was pretty bad. And then in 1987, they revamped the show as Mighty Mouse: The New Adventures. It was created by Ralph Bashki, who was known for adult, X-rated movies, like what the animated X-rated stuff with a lot of X-rated humor, like what they call Heavy Traffic and Fritz the Cat. A lot of these adult-themed animated movies that made for like some adults. So Bashki came up with that and came up with Mighty Mouse: The New Adventures, which was the show created by Ralph Bashki. You know, he was originally produced for that show, but then it fell into the obscurity. But yeah, the Mighty Mouse cartoons were pretty much actually as a child reliving back in my childhood, thanks to YouTube and whatever you call it. You could watch some of those Terrytoons stuff on there, but yeah, it's a long forgotten studio. For Terrytoons, you know, it did not hold a candle against the other studios, rivals from Disney and Warner Brothers and Paramount, which actually the three studios known for the cartoons, but Terrytoons was not one of them. Yeah, it's pretty less known studio. The animation was known for the animation was cheap, and so many other stuff is just when going out on the wayside. Yeah, I think that's the story about Terrytoons, and of course Mighty Mouse was underrated, but pretty much kind of ripped off the character Mickey's profile. I don't know why they try to copy Mickey's face in Mighty Mouse. Every Mighty Mouse cartoon mocking the character, but anyways. Sophia Garson. Welcome. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, it's familiar faces. Yes, every single day of the week. Oh, yes, Caesar, Annette Funicello. Oh, yes, she was the original Mouseketeer. Before she had a hit with Tall Paul. My gosh. They brought the artist Britney Spears, and yeah, I said earlier. Oh yes, that was the old '90s version of the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh yes, I don't know who Ryan was. Britney Spears. I was a really Britney Spears fan back in then. I don't anymore. But oh yes, he did a cover version of an old Staples Singers hit. "I'll Take You There." There's a clip on YouTube. I know if you want to see some clips from the show, it was on YouTube. But I don't know why. I used to have the VHS tape I record off television back in the day. Christina Aguilera was on. Yes. Oh yeah. He was known for the song "Genie in the Bottle" and "You Beautiful," called "Beautiful." Cause you are beautiful. Oh, going back to the original Mickey Mouse Club from the '50s, and that was the original Mouseketeer. Before he went on to have a singing career, an actor, actress, and movie star roles, he was known for his only hit "Tall Paul." And then there's actually the old Mickey Mouse Club show, the one you fondly remembered from Bobby Burgess. You know, the guy from, he went on to have success. He was also co-hosting with Lawrence Welk. You know, every week they did a Lawrence Welk show. Two of the leading surviving Mouseketeers. Sharon Baird. He was the two surviving leading original Mouseketeers. Annette was also one of them. Yes, Bobby was still around. He was hosted for many years after he left the Mickey Mouse Club. He went on to do some duties as a co-host of the. You remember the old Lawrence Welk show? Yeah, remember the Lawrence Welk show back in the. There was a show from the '50s. You remember the Lennon sisters? Please welcome the Lennon sisters. Don't worry, the Lennon sisters wasn't even on. Put it on your ears, folks. Put it on your mouse ears. Hey, you fabulous guys. They're honorary. Who's the moderate? I know. Yes, they're singing the Mickey Mouse March all over again. There it is. I know. Would play my record here? I would love to play my song. I mean, if you want a record, then good. Good. Are you little bitty? And now, every single time you'll ever hear a song that goes the song of my heart. Oh boy. Buddy. Oh yes. If I find a record, I gotta find a record here, but just to give this, just to say to all of you who've been watching this video on my live stream, yes, I gotta tell you folks, oh yeah, I have to see what's on the record here, blah blah. Alrighty. Felix the Cat. Yeah. Bam. 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 Yippee. 90 degrees. 90 spectacular. Showing off our Mickey Mouse ears. Oh, come on. That's more like it. Well, oh, yes, I found this record. This is the Mickey Mouse Club song and march. Found it. Okay, I found it. here it is, the record. This is from Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse Club, the Mickey Mouse Club song in March. This is the original picture slate from 1955, 56. And is the back. The official Mickey Mouse Club records. Exclusively on low-price official Mickey Mouse Club records are the voices, songs, games from Walt Disney's wonderful daily one-hour show, The Merry Mouseketeers. Perfect gift for any child, and ready at your dealer soon. 8 new official Mickey Mouse Club records on 78 RPM 10-inch extended play, 45 7-inch extended play are available on both sizes at 98 cents. Put out by Simon & Schuster in Rockefeller Center. Record made by Best Way Products, the Sandpiper Press, Western Publishing, who's known for that, for Golden Books, and the record itself. Here it is. This has a red vinyl, official Mickey Mouse Club song, and the Mickey Mouse March. It's on the other side. It's with the little ink label. And there you go. I would like to play that on my 1926 Victrola. You see, it's on my other side, as you can see. So this is where I have to play my record. All right, that's enough of that. I will do that a little tomorrow morning, or maybe when I get home, I'm going to do a little post-game show. So maybe about tomorrow we'll do a post game. We're gonna wrap this up for about 9:53 right now. I'm gonna wrap this up probably very soon. I want to thank you very much for watching MTN Live, a very special edition. Beginning tomorrow, after I get home, I'm gonna do a MTN Live post game show. Yes, I'm watching Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. That I want to see that movie, but I don't know yet. There's also, I really like to go see that. You can see all the Disney princesses. Ralph Breaks the Internet. And then, of course, that's going to be right now because for this moment. Here we go. I think we're going to thank very much for watching, and thanks for all the opinions I'm discussing all about throughout my amazing career that I watched all about Mickey Mouse and all about Bugs Bunny and all the stuff where we're talking about. Oh yes, aside from the Mickey Mouse Club, there was actually a Bugs Bunny show came out in the '60s. They known for the song "This Is It," not the one by not the one by Kenny Loggins, but it was just. Like On With the Show, This Is It. That's like that's an old favorite from the Bugs Bunny show. If I remember, the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show was on there. But the Mickey Mouse Club was so popular on television, like a 5-day-a-week show. In the 60s, they call it the Marvel Superheroes. They came out in 1966. It was also a 5-day-a-week show. It used to be on 5 days a week, featuring every superhero, like Captain America, Iron Man, Submariner, Mighty Thor, and Incredible Hulk. Every Marvel character that will be on which would be on it was on 5 days a week during the 60s. Right up until another show came in 1967 was Spider-Man, the animated series, the original Spider-Man animated series. And then these were all these great cartoon shows from the 60s. Yeah, what they called as the Marvel Superheroes show. It was a 5 days a week show, beginning in the 1960s, probably 1966, the same year Walt Disney passed away. And the Marvel Superheroes was a 5-day-a-week show, ran in syndication between 1966 and 67. It was a 5-day-a-week show, featured Captain America, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, Submariner, and Thor. And that's it. Yeah, those were great. Yeah, the animation is kind of cheap. It looks more like a comic book setting. That's right. It was some kind of like the animation looked like it came from a comic book. Oh, now last but not least, we have Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, where he has a few words to say. Yes, it was a statue. You know, it was actually a statue. It's not the Statue of Liberty. Yes, the joy of wonder. That's a very interesting point. The turning point of the show. Yeah, Walt's imagination. Yes, you all everyone belongs to us all. Man, yeah, Bugs Bunny was actually the better character than Mickey. Mickey is the longest. Yeah, you know how long it's been there. Mickey started 90 years ago. Bugs Bunny was actually been there for 78 years. Yeah, Bugs Bunny has been there for 78 years, starting with a wild hair in 1940. Yes, I know. Warner Bros. Had all these fun adventures in Looney Tunes. More wackiness, more hilarious, more fun. It's more funny. Yeah, it's more comical twist than Disney. Oh yeah, but yes, 90 years of friendship and entertainment. Yes, they playing Happy Birthday to Mickey with all the characters in there. I would like to say that thanks to yeah, the song was actually used at the end of the short called Mickey's Birthday Party. Yeah, if you watch the end of the cartoon, just once again. And I just had to say that to everybody who's watching this video. I mean, for my live stream, I could thank everybody to watch this for watching this MTN live. And as you can tell, this is one of the greatest cartoon characters ever, but it lasts longer than that. Sorry, Bugs Bunny is better than Mickey. You know, there goes the fireworks. Well, wow. There you go. Man, this is definitely a out of this world. Man, this is way better than the one when I was. Yeah, he wishes goodbye. But where's that the Mickey Mouse Club alma mater? It just started off with. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. That's just. Did they close it off the show with it? Well, yes. All right, I just finished watching this. Okay. All right, I just have to calm down and quiet down a bit. So I want to thank you for watching before we get sign off. I want to say thank you so much for watching MTN Live during the course of like 2 hours. Sorry, I've been rambling for about 2 hours discussing Mickey Mouse's my reaction to Mickey Mouse's 90th Spectacular, and I and all about Bugs Bunny and Mickey. You know what? But like I said, Bugs Bunny's been longer for 78 years. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. Yeah, it was even close to 80. Of course, Mickey has been there. Yeah, Mickey has been there, the true icon for 90 years. 90 years. Yes, I have to say this. Huh. Yeah, it's an old ABC. Yes, that was the old ABC logo you see at the opening to every show. That was the old ABC logo. You've seen it at the beginning of every program from the 60s. Well, I just want to say this, folks. Ugh. Well, that was it. Yeah, I have enough 2 hours of babbling rambling over Mickey and Bugs. Yes, like I said, Bugs Bunny's been there for like 78 years. Mickey Mouse, which is quite close to what this is 90 years. You know, it's 90th birthday. It's the 90 years of Mickey Mouse. Bugs was actually like, yeah, it's probably close to 80 years. That will be 80 years starting in 2020. You know, that's going to be in 2 years from now. With Bugs Bunny will celebrate its 80th year in show business because Bugs' first cartoon was a wild hare back in 1940. And I had to say, this cartoon is like one hell of a ride for its long run. I want to say thank you all for watching for this video. So stay tuned for MTN Live. We're going to do a little bit of a post-game show coming up. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to wrap this up first because, yeah, I had enough discussion. So if you enjoyed watching this video, go leave a comment below and tell us what you think about the show and talk about my reaction to Mickey's 90th Spectacular that I just watched. And I hope you'll all enjoy this as well. So thank you very much for taking my time. And I will see you tomorrow. This is Chris once again. I will be back at the same place tomorrow for another live stream of Mickey's 90th Spectacular, the post-game show. So, see you then. And goodbye. And happy birthday, Mickey. Because Mickey loves you. That's what we said in the movie Rocky 5. Because, as they say to, what was in the words of Rocky 5? Happy birthday, Mickey. As the referee would say in Rocky 5. Because Mickey loves you. Thank you very much. I've taken my time and good night. We'll see you tomorrow on the post-game show.